Happy Saturday, happy Super Bowl weekend, guys. Guys, if y'all not done so already, please make sure you subscribe to Cat Culture Radio. Remember, the link is pinned on top of the chat, also in the community tab, and also on the bio. We go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern Time with my good man Prince King and my good man New Jordan Era. So go check it out. Not only that, but guys, we also drop a dope reaction to the 9-year-old genius who I also did a recap about on. So Chaos also did a recap on it too. So it's gonna be the hey yo, John B, what's going on, sweetheart? What's going on? How are you doing? Good evening. Good evening. You gotta forgive me. I'm trying to prepare the audio. Good evening, RB. Good live yesterday you did on your show. That was dope, man. Dope live. Dope live. I was there. I say shout out to you and I show some love over there. So I know you saw me in the chat. So yeah, and thank you for your guys too that subscribe to Cal Culture Radio, man. Truly appreciate it, man. Zara B is the best, guys. Make sure you go subscribe to her. Zara B. Literally, Zara B. Subscribe to her channel. It's kind of different from the United States because she's in the UK, but she's a dope content creator. You're going to have a lot of fun, a little bit of laugh. So salute to you, sweetheart. Great to see you. And not only that, but also, Kel, we did a reaction video to the 9-year-old genius. So please check it out in the community tab and also Cal Culture Radio. Remember, link is pinned on top of that. So this one right here, the story that I really want to talk about is trending right now, and it caught my eye because it was a mother who abandoned two of her children. It was probably three of her children, but one of them is a runaway. So it's a 14-year-old girl who ran away from home, and the other two, it was a 12-year-old and a 3-year-old. So this story, of course, took place in Houston, Texas, Montgomery County. The woman who allegedly abandoned her children go by the name of Raven Tates. She abandoned her children. Was very, I was a little bit tipsy. Sorry, come on anytime. Of course. No, I love it when you tipsy. When you tipsy, you don't give a L. So that's why I say I don't tell people to go over there and subscribe. But when you tipsy, it's just a free fall. So I don't tell people to go ahead. Yeah, so it was Raven Tates. Allegedly, she abandoned her children in Montgomery County at her home, and she was gone for 2 months. So the 12-year-old was literally surviving with the 3-year-old. And mind you, when the police finally found out about the whole situation, the father found out because the 12-year-old finally reached out to the father. When the father found out that the kids was living in a horrible condition. They didn't eat, only literally canned beans and feces was on a 3. It was just a tragic story. I'm gonna play the audio, but this story right now is trending online. The woman go by the name of Raven Hates. It takes place in Montgomery County in Houston, Texas. So I'm gonna play the audio, and guys, I know this is just a sad story, but this just show you the prime example why you cannot have kids just by anybody.
Police in 2 different states tonight after investigators say her 2 young children were found in deplorable living conditions.
The 12 and 3-year-old were left alone to fend for themselves for nearly 2 months. ABC 13's Brooke Taylor is live outside the home where all of this happened. Brooke?
Yeah, all of this really hard to believe. Now, the mom left about a few months ago, but they moved.
And mind you, the mom left 2 months ago, so the kid was by himself for literally for like 2 to 3 months.
Texas. So officials tell me it was really easy for all of this to just go unnoticed.
Inside this home, a nightmare for 2 young children, 12 and 3 years old. Roman Forest.
Now she had 3 children, but the 14-year-old ran away. It went to Alabama.
There was no food in the house. Everything was empty. There was some dry beans and some spices. About it.
Their mother, Raven Lee,
I know Zarby.
Late September, he says. There's been a warrant out for her arrest since December. Investigators say the 12-year-old never told anyone because she was threatened by what might happen to her little brother. They have different fathers.
She was afraid that her mother was her father.
Yeah, the 12 years old was so afraid because she didn't want to lose a 3-year-old. She bombed with a 3-year-old. Her little brother.
Father saying mom was working and he would send food. According to police, he's a music producer in California. He called police once family members spotted Yates in Mobile, Alabama, where she's from, without her kids.
When he got a call from his ex-mother-in-law and then put two and two together, he called the first plane over here.
Investigators shocked to see how they were living.
The officers checked the bedroom of the children and discovered heavy urine odor coming from the 3-year-old's bed.
Yes, RB, this
Continues
is
to
a
be
sad
active
story.
on
Like,
social media, posting to her thousands of followers as investigators work.
and the crazy thing is, she continued to post online. That was the craziest thing.
She's wanted on 2 counts of abandoning or endangering a child without intent to return. She hasn't responded to our messages.
A 12-year-old cannot take care of a 3-year-old for a long period of time. It's dangerous, especially over a month and a half. It's dangerous. It's irresponsible of a parent.
Now, Yates also has a 14-year-old girl. She was reported as a runaway around the same time when police say she left the younger children. Tonight, though, police tell me all 3 children have been reunited. They are safe and they are with a family member in Alabama. We're live in New Caney. I'm Brooke Taylor, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
yeah, the whole point of this, I'm not trying to trigger anybody. Of course, you, RB, I don't want you to feel some type of way about it, but it's just the condition of the child. And this is a prime example. See, when I was always talking about how I say respect the black women, there the one I'm talking about, the respect the black women, I'm talking the one that really take responsibility for their own doing, that know they're doing good for the community. They're not out here trying to destroy the community. They're trying to build a family and come together as one with the man. Now, there's the other side of the black community that when I say there's trashy women, and she's one of those type of women. She's one of them type of women that she could care less about her kids. She left her kid pretty much to survive for themselves while she go over there and post on Instagram or post on Facebook. And not only that, but also she post on OnlyFans because she got her own OnlyFans account. So she could care less about the children and only focus about her own stuff doing. Mind you, she had a 3-year-old boy literally left with a 12-year-old. Like, for God's sakes, man, like at some point as a mother, you're supposed to be there to protect your child. Now, don't get me wrong. The father, I hold the father responsible too, because at some point you're supposed to anyway, even if you're in California, it doesn't matter. If your kid, you're supposed to always go down there at least once or twice a week, go there and visit your kids and say, hey, making sure everything's all right. This is the problem I have with the black community. See, we complain a lot about the white man, but when it comes to situations that deal with our own community, we leave everything as blind. This type of woman ain't supposed to be out there on the streets like that. And not only that, I'm just shocked that nobody have not yet tried to turn her in. That's the crazy thing about it. That this thing right now is trending online, trending on YouTube, trending on Facebook, trending everywhere, even on TikTok. And no one seemed to not even care about the whole situation, what's going on. So at some point, we only care only what the white man doing in the black community, but what about some of these mothers too that's doing harm to the black community as well? Because you have a 3-year-old, come on now. Yeah, I'm shocked too. When I read about it, I was shocked. And shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. Like he did a live on it on his Rumble. Y'all can go check it out, Tommy Sotomayor on his Rumble. And he talked about the whole situation. And I agree with him 100%. Black people, we are like the most dysfunctional people literally on this earth. Like it doesn't make any sense. We complain every day about this white man, but then when it comes to issues within our community, we just turn a blind eye to it. You had a 3-year-old literally with a 12-year-old with no food in the house. For some apparent reason that day, the father knew something was wrong and he just went down there and then handled his situation. But to me, he was supposed to check out the kid all the freaking time. Not just call him and say, hey, everything good. Go over there and visit your kids. This is why I say I don't think not everybody should have kids. I'm just giving it a 100. Not everybody should have kids. Real talk. And the only reason why I'm very passionate about it, because shame on them. At some point, when we're gonna elevate and do something different and stop being the old, like, remember that people consider us to be animals. It seems like we acting like animals out here. Now, some they say something about black women. I agree with, but not all of it, because not all black women are like that. There is some that is like that. That's what I'm saying. The one that is like that, they are the scum of the earth. And that's why I'm like, She's one of them. She's like the scum of the earth because you literally left your children there to survive with no food, no water, no resources at all. You know, I don't like cursing, but trust me, I go in my bag with the cursing. But I'm like, cursing ain't really gonna do anything. You get what I'm saying? So the only thing that's gonna do something when we start holding some of these people accountable, like her, she shouldn't even be in the streets right now. Period. Because they say it's still they don't know where they can find her now. Some people recognize her around in Alabama, but yet they have not turned her in yet. They're still looking for her, but yet she's posted online. This is a shame in our community. Exactly. I would leave her in there so you can smack the crap out of her. But shame on her. This right here, I don't mean to trigger anybody, but it's something I just need to look into. Literally, a mother abandoned her kids just to go on social media and to post and do whatever she got to do and could care less. Now, I do hold a father accountable too because him as a father supposed to already go down at least every weekend and check up on your kids. Don't just leave them out there because like this happens. Subscribe to Cal Culture Radio, man. Link is pinned on top of the chat, community time, and also in the bio. We go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This one right here is sick to my stomach, to the point I got to drink some water. It's sick to my stomach. And the 14-year-old knew something was wrong. That's why she became a runaway. 14-year-old. To me, if she knew something was wrong, she should automatically seek help as soon as she ran away and got the authorities involved. Nobody should suffer, man. I'm over and out. Peace.